Hello and welcome back. In this lecture, we will talk about valid handler function signatures. When we wrote the handler function in Hello World program, it had no return values and it took no input arguments. And that is our first handler function signature. The next one is when you want to return a single value. It has to implement error interface and it can't be anything else. The error interface represents an error condition, and if you return the error, then the Lambda execution will result in a failed state. You can also return nil value when there is no error. The next one is when you want to return a custom type. You can only do that with two return values. The first one could be your custom type, and the second one must implement the error interface. Your custom type should be compatible with the encoding JSON library. Don't worry if it looks complex here. You will see the implementation of handler function with the custom types and the error interface in future lectures, and the implementation will clear all the doubts. Next one is when you want the handler function to take an input type. Again, the input type must be compatible with the encoding JSON library. But if there is only one input argument, it could be either a custom type or a context object. Context object provides method and properties with the information about the Lambda invocation and execution environment. Again, you will use these in future lectures, so don't worry about it. If you need to take both the context object and the custom type as input, then the first one must be the context object. So to summarize it, handler function can take 0 or 2 arguments and can return 0 or 2 values. For input arguments, if it's 1, then it could be either context object or a custom type. If it's 2, then the first one must be a context object. For return values, if it's 1, then it must be error, and if it's 2, then the second one must be error. Alright, that's all for this lecture. See you in the next one.